Everyone, so this is a short video regarding set number 2, which is of course on your timeline. So here you can see the medieval India timeline which I've created for all of you. So the purpose behind making this short video is to showcase the importance of this timeline, though you have the same timelines in context of ancient India and modern India also. So 3 questions have been asked in medieval India. The events were like they're asking you since the time of the construction of Qutub Minar to the death of Firoz Tughlaq, the accessioning of the Lodi dynasty rulers, the Behlol, Sikandar and Ibrahim Lodi, then the arrival of Portuguese, the reign of Krishna Dev Raya, one of the most prominent king of Vijayanagar dynasty, then accession of Akbar and the Haldighati battle, or very simple thing like the granting of charter to East India Company, till the death of Shivaji and Nadir Shah. Whoa, so many things. But if you will go through with this timeline, which is somewhere look like this, and now if I zoom and show it to you, I've covered everything in this timeline, right? If you see here, the Qutub Minar, you have the Qutub Minar in 1236. Death of Sultan Iltutmish. This has been the tendency to ask about the death of prominent kings. Like they have asked you about death of Shivaji, death of Firoz Tughlaq. Okay, so then if we come to 1370, you have, let me change the color here first. Yeah, if you can see here, around 1370, though it is not mentioned here, the death of Firoz Tughlaq, I didn't cover that, but if you can get the idea of like Firoz Tughlaq's Thatta expedition or Firoz's second Bengal expedition. So Firoz Tughlaq is ruling somewhere around in this period. This is Firoz Tughlaq, Firoz Shah III, the another name, right? So you can place the Firoz Tughlaq death in 1370s. I won't say any specific year, but 1370s will be the safe play, because see, the gap between the years won't be so close. They are asking you the events which are way apart with 100 and 200 years, or 50 to 70 years at least, not like 2-3 year close events. Okay, so no need to panic about that. Then you have the Lodi dynasty question. There was one question, just arrange the rulers, and simply they asked about the Behlol Lodi, Sikandar and Ibrahim Lodi. Now if you see the timeline, you have the Lodis between 1451 and 1526, and you have Behlol Lodi, Sikandar Lodi, Ibrahim Lodi. Clear cut answer. Vasco da Gama reaching Calicut. And another question, this can be cited as an event of arrival of Portuguese also. Okay, so arrival of Portuguese. And another question they asked you in such a manner. So that's also an event. Now, the reign of Krishna Dev Raya. If you go parallelly, if you see somewhere around here, so this is what was happening. In 1336 to 1646, there was Vijayanagar Empire, and clearly I mentioned the Krishna Dev Raya, 1509 to 1526. His Ashtadikgajas, another question, you must have checked that in set number 1, the Ashtadikgajas, the Navratnas or Ashtapradhan of Maratha Empire. So at least prepare your timeline in such a manner. I'm so sorry about the disturbance. I'm recording it from my hostel room, so I'm really sorry about that. I can't do anything, but focus on this. Then accession of Akbar, of course the arrival of Mughal. By now you will go after 1500s, so you can see here Jalaluddin Akbar, 1556 to 1605. Then Battle of Haldighati, of course I didn't mention it here, I apologize for that, but it will be roughly here in 1576, Battle of Haldighati. Just one thing I missed, but that's a very prominent battle, so I guess NCERT is more than enough for such small thing. Then of course 1600, the grant of charter. 1600, it's a very prominent easy thing, so I didn't mention East India Company charter grant. Fine. And you have death of Shivaji in 1686. In question it is mentioned 1686, but the Iqtidar Alam Khan book, which I referred with utmost care for making this timeline, it says 1680, death of Shivaji. So no need to panic. 5 to 10 years in ancient, of course, so much in ancient, but in medieval dates become slightly more approximate. But still there can be a leniency of plus minus 5 years. So no need to panic about that. So for safe side, 1686. If we go by the question, we can say Shivaji died in 1686. But 1680 is a safe game. You can remember like 1680s was the time period when Shivaji supposed to die. And in 1739, Nadir Shah capturing the Delhi. 1739, Nadir Shah sacked Delhi. So if you see these many events in this timeline, looks amazing. All three questions have been covered. Just have a glance of this timeline, this perspective. Do you have the timeline set in PDF format too? But I again reiterate the thing, refer your timelines. Timelines and glossaries are the most crucial things, most crucial trendy themes in these year of questions. So do not neglect them. And as always, happy studies. Thank you so much.